Mourinho gives green light. Real Madrid Zubimendi bombshell. Real Madrid could be about to do the unthinkable as they raid for Arsenal Martin Zubimendi just after one season in London. And if the latest reports are true, Jose Mourinho is not standing in a way. He wants a midfield controller, and Zubimendi could be that man. Think about it for a second. Arsenal fought to beat Madrid to this player, and now Madrid could come back and take him from the Emirates. But Madristas, before we get carried away, there are three massive pieces to this story that you will need to know. First of all, let's talk about the player himself because he is not some random transfer rumor. Zubimendi was already a Real Madrid target before he moved to Arsenal in 2025. Reports has claimed that the midfield remained open to listening to a Madrid proposal despite having a management with Arsenal. And that matters because the connection has never completely disappeared. Now, fast forward, moving on to 2026, reports have claimed that Zubimendi has opened the door to move to Madrid, with his representatives exploring the possibility of returning to Spain. And honestly, from a football perspective, I understand why. Real Madrid need control in midfield, not another player who simply runs, not attacking midfielder. And also, Madrid need someone who can receive a ball under pressure, who is dedicated for the rhythm, protect the defense, and make the team breathe. This precisely where Zubimendi becomes the interesting player. And remember this, he already knows the demand of the elite football. Arsenal signed him from Real Sociedad for roughly £55 million in 2025, and he played major role during their Premier League winning campaign. So Madrid wouldn't be signing potentials alone, but would be signing a midfielder who has already experienced the pressure of a little race. Now, let's get to the part that makes this story really interesting. According to reports around Madrid, Jose Mourinho's midfield priority is clear, and he wants a top-level player capable of adding balance alongside Elian Tchouameni. And Zubimendi is reportedly the one of the names in the highest of the list. This is why I wouldn't dismiss the story as simple transfer gossips. Jose Mourinho has always loved midfielders who understand positioning, players who know when to accelerate and when to slow the game. And now, most importantly, how to protect the team when possessions is lost. And there's another interesting detail about Zubimendi. The former Real Madrid defender Ivan Campo recently named Rodri or Zubimendi as the type of elite player Madrid still need. This tells you something about the profile Madrid are looking for. This isn't necessity about replacing the superstar with another. It's about giving Mourinho the midfielder who allows the rest of the team to function. And as it stands now, Mourinho truly has given the green light to Florentino Perez. He has a very good interest in the player and has taken a big decision to make on him. But here's where the story gets complicated. Arsenal don't have to sell Zubimendi. This is the single biggest obstacle. But Zubimendi only joined Arsenal in 2025, and he has already become a potential for the Arsenal team. Part of the midfield report this summer have described Arsenal as keen to keep him despite the renewed Madrid speculations. So if Madrid come calling Arsenal, Arsenal aren't going to simply hand over the keys to them. And let's be honest, Madrid will probably have to pay a serious premium amount of money to conceive Arsenal to sell a player they only signed a year ago, and this will cost money. But there's a wild part of the player, genuinely wants Madrid, and the situation changes. We've seen this movie before when players decide that Santiago Bernabeu is the destination, negotiations can become very difficult. Zubimendi has previously been reported for being open to Madrid move, and the latest report suggests that the door may have been reopened. Now, I want to be clear on this, not confirmed Real Madrid transfer though. There are also reports pushing back on the idea that Madrid are actively pursuing him. So Madristas should treat the story as a developing transfer situation rather than a done deal. But the fact that conversation is happening again, Mourinho now at the center of the Madrid project, makes this worth watching. My final verdict on this. So, would I take Zubimendi at Real Madrid? Absolutely. It's a yes or no answer. Absolutely, if the price makes sense, a deal can be possible because Madrid don't necessarily need another flashy name. They need structure, they need control, they need midfielder who can give Tchouaméni support and allow the attacking players to make more risk higher up the pitch. And Zubimendi has already showed he can operate at the highest level. The question isn't whether he is good enough for Madrid. The question is whether Arsenal are willing to let him go and whether Florentino is willing to pay what it takes to get a player to the camp. Because if these two answers are yes, Madrid could pull off one of the most fascinating transfer raids of the summer. And imagine this, Mourinho on the touchline, Zubimendi controlling midfield, and the Bernabeu watching Madrid finally finds the balance again. There's a transfer I would be watching very closely. Now, Madristas, tell me your opinion. Will you sign Zubimendi from Arsenal, or should just Madrid go all in for Rodri instead? And one more concerning thing. If you are enjoying this Real Madrid transfer updates, subscribe to this channel, make sure you turn on the notification and share this video for more updates.